In italiano non diciamo il mio braccio fa male, ma mi fa male il braccio.
If you're learning Italian, you want to sound natural, right? Of course you do. Well, today we're going to unlock a really simple secret about talking about the body that will instantly, and I mean instantly, make you sound more fluent. It's a total game changer, and it's probably way easier than you think. Okay, so let's jump right in with a quick test. How would you translate this sentence, my arm hurts? Just take a second. What's your gut reaction? What's the first thing that pops into your head? You got it? Okay, let's see how you did. So, chances are if you're coming from English, your brain went straight to the phrase on the left. Il mio braccio fa male. It's a perfect literal translation. But a native speaker, they're going to say what's on the right, almost every time. Mi fa male il braccio. So, what is going on here? And why does this little difference matter so much? Well, this little difference is actually one of the biggest and most common hurdles for anyone learning Italian. It's a really subtle shift, but it's one that separates sounding like a textbook from sounding like you actually speak the language. And here is the key. The mistake has nothing to do with vocabulary. You could memorize every single body part, but if you miss this one little grammar rule, you'll always sound like you're just translating in your head instead of speaking Italian. So, to really get this rule, let's zoom in and look at a few key body parts. I promise, if we go through them one by one, you're going to start to see a very clear pattern emerge. First up, let's talk about the leg. In Italian, that's la gamba. Alright, so la gamba is pretty straightforward. It's feminine and the plural is le gambe. Easy enough. But, and this is the important part, look really closely at that example sentence. Ha una ferita sulla gamba sinistra. In English, we'd say on his left leg. But in Italian, it's sulla gamba, on the left leg. There's no his. The context already tells us whose leg it is. This right here is our first big clue. Okay, let's keep going. Next up, the shoulder. La spalla. And again, it's a regular feminine noun. But look at the example. It confirms the pattern. To say, my shoulder hurts, you say, mi fa male la spalla. Literally, that translates to me, hurts the shoulder. The knee, the to me, already makes it crystal clear that it's my shoulder. You don't need to add mia. All right, you ready for a tricky one? This word loves to trip people up. The hand, la mano. And here is a classic Italian exception. Your brain sees that O at the end and immediately thinks masculine, right? Well, nope. Mano is feminine. La mano, le mani. It's just one of those you have to memorize. But even with this weird gender, the big grammar rule still applies. Ha le mani fredde. He has the cold hands, not his cold hands. The pattern is absolutely undeniable at this point. Okay, so we're seeing the main grammar rule in action. But, it's Italian. So there's always another fun curveball. And when it comes to body parts, that curveball is some very, very strange plural forms. Yeah, you heard me right. Get ready for this, because it's a little weird. Some Italian body parts, especially the ones that come in pairs, they actually change their gender when they become plural. Getting this right is a real pro move. So let's go all the way back to our first example, the arm. A single arm is masculine, il braccio. But if you're talking about both of your arms, it flips and becomes feminine plural, le braccia. It is not I bracci. That's a super common mistake. But hey, now you know better. And we see the exact same thing with the knee. One knee is masculine, il ginocchio. But two knees, they become feminine plural, le ginocchia. Honestly, don't ask why. It's just one of those beautiful little quirks of the language that you just have to remember to sound really good. So, we've seen the vocabulary, we've seen the grammatical clues, we've even seen the weird gender-bending plurals. How do we put this all together? Well, it's time to reveal the one single rule that's going to change how you talk about the body in Italian from now on. Here it is, the golden rule. Are you ready? When it is completely obvious whose body part you are talking about, You simply do not use a possessive adjective like my, your, or his. Instead, you just use the definite article, vi. So il, la, le. That's it. That is the entire secret. Let's make this super clear. You avoid saying mi fa male la mia schiena. Why? Because the mi at the beginning already tells everyone it's your back. You just say mi fa male la schiena. Same thing here. Don't say si è graffiato il suo gomito. The reflexive si tells us he did it to himself. So the correct natural way is just si è graffiato il gomito. You just drop the possessive. And there's a really good reason for this. Saying my hands or my face, when it's already obvious, just sounds, well, redundant. It's like saying my own arm in English. The Italian language is just more direct, more efficient. And please, don't think this is just some minor grammar point. It's not. I promise you, adopting this one simple rule will have a huge impact on how natural you sound. This is the difference between translating from English in your head and actually thinking in Italian. So, that's the big takeaway. The secret to sounding more authentic in Italian is to just let go. Stop trying to possess your body parts with all these extra words. Let the context of the sentence do the heavy lifting for you. It's a really simple mental switch, but it has a massive payoff for your fluency. And now you know.